I noticed that there is some living room space which leads to a kitchen. In the kitchen, there is a maid cooking and she's baking some bread. So the whole place smells very nicely and it's very warm, home-like atmosphere there.
Very good. And as the observer of this place, I'd like for you to just notice what you look like. Look down at your feet and see what you're wearing. What do you notice first?
I'm in between two shapes. One is of a girl wearing a velvet heavy green dress. The other one is a knight. They
Mm-hmm.
interchange.
Very good. All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and choose which is the one that lives in this place.
Most likely the girl.
All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and focus and create this image of this girl now. Feel yourself just folding into this body.
It's very Celtic kind of girl with red hair, long velvet, typical 14th or 13th century dress, very heavy velvet made of or wool. Feels very heavy but also very warm.
Very good. So I'd like for you to just totally integrate with that body now, looking out through the eyes of that body. And just breathe into it. And allow all of the remembering. Very good. Let's find out a little bit about your life. Walk around this place. Who's there with you?
There is definitely a maid there with gray hair who is baking. Now she looked at me and she started a conversation.
What does she call you?
Mary.
Mary. Very good. How old are you, Mary?
18.
18?
Yes.
Very good. So let's find a little bit about your life, Mary, about your family, and what you do there.
I feel that I'm part of an orchestra, like a medieval orchestra, with a very Celtic kind of music.
All right. So I'd like for you to close this scene in which you are in this living space, and I'd like for you now to see yourself doing what it is that you do in that lifetime. Be there.
I feel myself in a medieval kind of castle and playing a string instrument. And I'm part of a group who are musicians, like in a castle.
How many are in this group?
5 to 7. 5 are on stage, two more are somewhere else.
And those that are working with you, are they male or female?
They're both.
They're both. All right. Do you feel closely connected to this group?
Not so much to the group than to the art of the music and the strings.
Very good. Very good. So, as performers in this place, do you live here?
No.
No. Tell me about yourself.
Now, I'm a young woman. I'm talented. I have a good ear for music.
Okay.
I perform beautifully. And I'm in the Lord's King Castle or the King's Castle, but it doesn't feel like to be the king. It's like a minor title, like a lord, let's say.
All right.
It's mid-century Celtic environment.
Okay. So I'd like for you to just see yourself performing now in front of that group. In front of the Lord or the master of the castle. And tell me who else is there.
There is the king and the queen, and there is like long tables with some sort of a dinner. It's a very official celebration.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some children there as well playing in the very front.
Okay. So I'd like for you to just look around this room. And you know that the eyes are the window to the soul. I'd like for you to look around and see if you recognize any of these souls that live in the lifetime of Marcy.
Hmm.
Does anyone feel familiar to you?
No, not really.
Okay, very good, very good. And as you're playing this instrument, how does it make you feel?
In harmony, in
Very
very
good.
deep harmony with myself.
All right, very good. So I'd like for you, Mary, to close that scene and let's go to the place in which you live in that lifetime. I'm going to count from 3 back to 1. When I get to number 1, we're going to be in a place that you call home. Taking a deep breath in now. 3, traveling through time and space. 2, to the place that you call home. And 1, be there.
It's more like basic environment compared to the castle one.
Mm-hmm.
It's again medieval, and there is a fireplace, but there is a lot of warmth and very nice family feeling to it.
Mm-hmm.
There are some family members there. There are at least 4 people. Like
Very
one who
good.
is older, one who is younger than me, could be my brother.
So I'd like for you to just use that part of you that is your knowing and connect with these family members. Do they feel familiar to you?
Somewhat no. I'm very
Okay,
individualistic in this experience. It's
very
me, my
good.
music, and
It's
that's
your
the most
music. So,
important thing. Yes.
so your profession is really the most important thing, which is your music.
I feel that I'm emotionally connected strongly with the music and the way that it raises my frequencies and makes me feel very much in a harmony with everything. Like the people
Beautiful.
are secondary.
Mm-hmm. So it's really a relationship with your music that you have.
Kind of the experience, it makes me feel in a very special way.
Mm-hmm. Very good. All right. So I'd like for you to close this scene now, and I'd like for you, Mary, to move through time and space to another time in your life in which something very important is happening. Be there now. What's happening?
I feel like we're invaded by another tribe, or I can see knights and horses just running through the fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not sure if this is invasion or it feels like this is how it should have been.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about this?
I'm just observing with a very calm spirit, as if I had the feeling that this is how it should have been, so I'm not feeling scared or troubled.
Okay. In this place where you are right now, are you indoors or outdoors?
I think I'm home, I'm indoors.
All right. All right. So let's see what happens next. At the beginning, you saw a knight. Let's see how that knight relates to you. What happens?
Now this is someone that I know.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
Feels to me that they're just conquering, as if they're acquiring the village or something, or the
Mm-hmm.
territory, and they're just establishing a different order from the different village or area.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just checking the people who is doing what, who is who in this village, and they're kind of keeping the count.
Mm-hmm.
This night feels familiar to me.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to just focus on this night, focus on the soul, feel this familiarity. How do you feel about that night?
I feel that he's very caring and kind of protective. I mean, he's strong, but he's strong to protect people. He has blue eyes and dark hair and beard, and but still feels very noble.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. So let's now move to the next significant scene in that lifetime when something impacts your life. Be there. Where are you?
Feels like I'm in this home place again.
Hmm?
Maybe lying in bed, so it feels like maybe I'm closer to the end of my life.
Hmm?
I have my family or children around me. I have 3 children. Um,
How old do you feel there?
Maybe 68.
Hmm. And these children around you, take a look at their eyes. Do they seem familiar to you?
Mm, no.
No. All right. So I'd like for you to check in with your body and see what is going on with your body that you feel it's the end of your life. What's happening?
I just really feel very tired. I
Hmm.
feel very exhausted, like I have not much strength, but I have this tranquility and peace in me
Very
and the
good.
harmony.
Good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and take your last breath in that lifetime. Feel yourself releasing that spirit from your body.
Hmm.
And as you do, you'll be able to see that lifetime and understand it fully and understand what was the purpose of that lifetime. What did you come into that lifetime to experience?
It has to do with change,
Mm-hmm.
change
Tell
of
me.
government, change of the governance that we were under,
Mm-hmm.
and adapting to the change there.
Good. Do you feel that you learned any lessons from that life?
Oh yes, to stay calm regardless of the surrounding, because what is meant to be, it will be.
Mm-hmm. Stay calm. So, how is it that you are influencing the lifetime of Marcy now?
She has to go through many changes in this lifetime, and this gives her the serenity in her spirit to always stay calm when she is changing so many
Mm-hmm.
things.
And it seems interesting that Marcy has chosen a lifetime where mergers and acquisitions are her main thing. And in that village, it was an acquisition, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a merging of powers. So, why is it that she now has chosen this in her life? Has change been something that she wants to experience?
She's now very good with dealing with change, and she's there to comfort the other people in times of change and disruption. So they are calm and they tackle logically the next right thing and the next right step in front of them.
Very good. Very good. So, I'd like for you, Mary, to continue on your journey and tell me what happens after you have left this body behind. Where do you go?
I go up in
What's
the sky, in the clouds,
okay? Are you by
and
yourself, or is there anybody with you?
I feel that my spirit is kind of very, not selfish, but really self-sufficient and determined, as
Okay.
if I know where exactly I'm going.
Mm-hmm. Let's see where it is
So
that you go.
it feels like it's a place in the clouds, and there is like a gate in the
Mm-hmm.
clouds.
Mm-hmm.
And I maybe need to go through this gate to reach somewhere else. But I feel very confident, not like in Mary's life. Now I'm feeling free and confident and determined. Um, so I walk through this door, this gate in the clouds, and I just continue further in my pathway there. It leads me to another realm,
Mm-hmm.
which is more divine realm of angelic kind of beings. Everything is white and it feels like it's filled with clouds, and everything is in a very sweet kind of colors and tonalities. It's a very harmonious place as well.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody greet you there?
Oh yeah, there are so many little like angels there that just greet me. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a little party, but in a very angel kind of style, very harmonious and happy and giggling, and there is laughter kind of all around, and harmony and music, which is very soft. So it's a very playful yet harmonious place.
Beautiful. So I'd like for you to notice to see if you have a body. How
Yes,
do
I
you
have a body.
represent? How do you represent yourself in that realm?
Well, I'm an angel there.
Mm-hmm.
I have wings. I have beautiful sky blue dress and very long blonde hair
Mm-hmm.
and a necklace with some sort of a stone, which is like a moonstone.
Do you have a name for yourself in that angelic realm?
I have a name, but it's very weird. It's kind of very twisted. I cannot catch it.
Very
It's
good.
complicated name, yeah.
Very good. So I'd like for you to see what it is that you do in this realm. How do you spend your time there?
For for now, I feel that I'm free, that I can be myself there. I
Mm-hmm.
can be unconditionally happy and cheerful and excited about stuff. And I have kind of very upbeat and cheerful nature. Like there is no earthy problems there. Everything is very harmonious and peaceful and kind of playful.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly I do there? I can feel that I have my friends there, and it feels that we're taking some sort of a rest in between realms, in
Mm-hmm.
between tasks. So it's kind of a kind of holiday place.
Wonderful. So I'd like for you to just spend a moment. I'm going to be quiet for a moment as you take that rest and see yourself doing what you do in between realms.
Hmm.
And
Okay,
as you,
now things are getting more serious. Yeah.
okay, so tell me what happens now.
Now I can see myself in this angelic avatar that I know that I am, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm planning something serious. Like it feels like business mind is back into play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at something which feels like a book. It's golden, and I'm considering it very carefully. I'm analyzing the pages. I'm reading it, and I'm thinking about something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm planning something, whether it's my next life or a creation.
Now, this book, how is it that you read it? Do you touch it? Do you know it? How do you receive the information from this place?
Right. So this book has actually some sort of a glass semi globe on it, which has some energy coming out of it, and I receive the information both intuitively and through my cognizance. So it's very kind of complete experience that I know something in holistic whole, like how it feels and what it is.
All right, so as you're receiving this information, I'd like for you to dive deeper into this inner knowing. Dive deeper within and allow the information to just come to you. Just allow it to flow out of your words.
There is a secret mission
Hmm.
happening,
Yes.
and I need to take part of it.
Hmm. How do you feel about this mission?
I feel very excited. I think like this is a very big thing for me. I'm very excited about it.
Hmm. Where does this mission take place?
I can say the stars somewhere. There are many
Hmm.
stars. There is a galaxy
Hmm.
somewhere there.
All right. So what happens next?
I'm ready to embark on a journey, and I see a balloon that actually floats through space. It's like a dirigible balloon.
Beautiful.
Um, and there
Does it
is
have an...
space around me, like
All right.
stars, darkness. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you by yourself on this balloon?
I think I have a crew,
Hmm.
so my crew is with me. But I think that I'm kind of the star of the whole thing.
Okay.
So they're supporting me.
Good. And I'd like for you to just know if this supporting crew will be with you during your mission.
Yes.
They will. So they're your supporting cast.
Kind of, yes.
Yes, all right. So I'd like for you to just allow this balloon to drift through time and space to that
I really
place.
feel that they're like my band in the castle. They're
Ah,
like supporting crew.
are they the same?
Feels like the same vibration.
Okay, very good. So you can ask them. Go ahead and ask them if they were the same.
Yep, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell me?
Do they go with you from lifetime to lifetime?
For this specific one, they're assigned to be with me.
Very good. So just allow that balloon to continue to travel. And I'd like for you to just expand on what's going on and where it is that you're going.
Okay, I'm going to Earth.
Very good. Very good. So I'd like for you to just allow that balloon to begin to float down to Earth. Tell me what happens. Where are you?
It's very theatrical and dramatic. Apparently, this is my style. It's somewhere in Europe, on the continent. I would suggest France, but I'm not sure.
Are you by yourself or are there others around you?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of fields, and I'm made of gold, and I'm very tall. So apparently, I'm not incarnated yet, but I'm just checking the Earth, like the realm,
And in
observing it.
this body made of gold, do you feel that you're male or female?
And female.
What happens next?
It's time for me to go to the mission.
What happens?
I feel like it's wartime in France, Second World War. It's chaos all over, it's fear and chaos.
Fear and chaos. And in this fear and chaos, do you have a body there?
Yes, I have. I'm a brunette, I'm a woman. I am dressed up like a nurse.
What is it that you're doing there?
I'm helping the soldiers in the camp. I'm acting like a nurse because when they are fighting, I'm later on taking care of the injured soldiers, and we're part of the nursery and the nurse's hospital body.
Now, when you are working as a nurse, is this an incarnation on Earth or are you still in the angelic realm?
In this incarnation on Earth.
All right. So you have taken on the body of a woman.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So tell me a little bit about your mission.
It's really very angel-like mission. I need to help people. I need to take care. I need to heal. But also there is a lot of adrenaline in my system. When I'm doing this, I'm very nervous. I'm almost panicked all the time. It's kind of scary time. It's chaos all over. I see myself as a curly brunette with blue eyes and very kind of straight nose, and very busy, keeping myself busy, helping.
All right. And in this lifetime, do you know what year this is? Look at the numbers.
1948.
1948. Very good. Very good. So now, let's go to the next important scene of that lifetime. Another scene that impacts your life. It could be backwards or forwards. 3, 2, and 1. Be there.
Well, I see a bomb, like a bomb that just blows everything. That's the important part of it.
Where are you when this bomb explodes?
Maybe somewhere nearby. Maybe we were bombarded or attacked.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at your body. What does it look like?
I think it got victim of the bomb,
Mm-hmm.
and it's now dead.
Mm-hmm. So as you are observing this, where are you?
I'm above it, like 4 meters above it.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to feel what it feels like to see your body down there, having been destroyed by this bomb. What's it feeling?
I really feel sorry about this lost life.
Mm-hmm.
It was a life with a lot of purpose in it.
Mm-hmm. And seeing this body in pieces, how do you feel?
I feel complete, but somehow nostalgic that I couldn't live longer in this life.
Mm-hmm.
I
Do
kind
you
of
feel
liked it. I like the lady that I was
okay?
incarnated to be.
Okay. So you enjoyed that life, but you feel that you didn't complete what you needed to complete?
I don't think that it was incomplete. It felt that it was interrupted in the very middle, and there was so much more care to be given and so many other things to live in France that just got interrupted.
All right. So let's see how that interruption is affecting the lifetime of Marcy now.
Mm. She longs for France. She loves France.
Mm-hmm.
She's very kind of committed to supporting the culture, and she's keeping in touch with her family there. She's always dreaming to one day live in France with her family, and France
Mm-hmm.
feels like home to her.
Okay. So I'd like for you to go ahead and I'd like for you to pick up the pieces of that body that has been scattered.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like for you to just send light to that, all those scattered pieces of that body that was shattered. And
Yeah.
I'd like for you to piece the pieces together
Mm-hmm.
and make this woman complete once again.
Yeah, she thanked me.
All right, good. So I'd like for you to integrate that body once again with this soul. And as you do, you go back to the angelic realm, complete. And I'd like for you to go ahead and feel what it's like to be back home again after that mission. What happens next?
I'm still integrating the two. The two selves feels terrific.
Okay, very good.
Okay,
Tell
we're
me when
ready to
that's
go
all.
now.
All right, good. What happens next?
We're going to Lyra, to the
Mm,
constellation of Lyra.
beautiful. Who's going with you? Anybody?
I'm again like by my own energy or consciousness just flies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what happens. What do you see?
Well, there is a galactic home that I have in Lyra, which prepares me for the next life after this one.
Tell me about your home.
I feel a male there. I feel like a
Mm-hmm.
man there. And I
All
have a
right.
wife and I have children, 2 children.
What do you look like there?
A good question. I'm with the lion head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm semi-human, semi-lion.
Tell me what part is human and what part is lion.
Like the body feels human, but like the palms, the hands, the feet, the toe, and the head are more lion. So I
Okay.
have this big lion hair, but a strong masculine body, which is a
Mm,
little humanoid in the torso, but like the extensions are very lionish, like
good. And what color is your skin there? Or your
brown, yellow, very lion kind of colors.
wonderful. So tell me a little bit about your life, your family.
I can feel that they're adorable. I have a wife there. She's very lovely and very takes very good care of the kids and in the home. I have two kids, one a boy, one a girl, and a baby that my wife's holding.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at their eyes. Do you recognize these children?
Not yet, but they're calling me daddy, which is cute.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. What does your home look like? Look around you.
He has a very different shape to a regular home. It's more rounded. It's like an ellipse kind of shape.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, it's very cozy.
Mm-hmm. What are the walls made out of? Can you tell?
The walls are made of something interesting. It's between energy field and material.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very kind of almost has no color, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not transparent. It's just a very interesting, very different type of substance.
Wonderful. And what is it that you eat there?
I see some sort of grass meals like asparagus, potatoes, kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Okay. So more like vegetables and
More vegetables, yes. No meat,
very
just
good.
vegetables, yeah.
Very good. So let's find out a little bit about what you do in this place. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, I want you to see yourself doing what you do, your role that you play on this planet, whether it's a job or something, a profession or career. 1, 2, and 3. Be there. See yourself working. What do you do?
I exercise some kind of service of it's between consultant on subject matters. So I'm giving advice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of mentoring a team of 3 on something like managing them, but mostly kind of being a counselor, advisor. I'm an authoritative figure of knowledge. I think that I'm also a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
but like a separate thing. The thing is that my nature really likes to tell people what not what they should be doing, but explain to them what's the right way of doing things and just teach and explain them the essence of what are they doing and how they should do it better, etc.
Mm-hmm. And what
It's a
kind of
very abstract
work?
knowledge. It's very abstract. I cannot pick it like they're doing something, but this knowledge is very abstract. It's kind of celestial knowledge. It's not something that we can relate on Earth.
Beautiful. So I'd like for you to take a moment now and just connect with that celestial knowledge. I want you to just absorb it and connect with the location in which you access this knowledge. There's
It's
nothing
from
to do.
source. The location
Mm-hmm.
is from source. It's an energy kind of knowledge that I tap
Good.
into.
Good. So
It's
just
about the
open up.
construction of something. They're constructing, creating something.
Okay. Very good. Go ahead and see it in your mind's eye what it is that they construct.
Space equipment, space travel.
Mm-hmm. Do you do space travel also?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I
So
travel a
you
lot. Yeah.
travel a lot. Very good. So all of this expertise comes from your experience and you're tapping in.
Experience, but also it's very technical kind of expertise. So I develop it through my practice or something like reading, knowledge, experiencing. It has to do with the low frequency and harmony in the universe, and this is how the vessels are created to be in harmony with the physical laws in the universe, so they can travel.
Very good. Now, as you're teaching, look at the ones you're teaching. Do you recognize any of them?
There's like children, they're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Um, They're very enthusiastic, but they don't seem really familiar. They're just students. I see them as students.
Very good. Very good. All right. Is there a name that they call you? Listen for your name. How do they address you?
Something with R, like it could be Roger, Robert, something with R.
All right. Very good. So I'd like for you to close that scene, and I'd like for you to go to the next important scene of that lifetime, something that impacts your life. Begin to travel now. 3, 2, and 1. Be there.
I'm in observatory, and I observe the celestial bodies. It's very scientific kind of work. It impacts me through astrology, that I'm curious about the planets. It impacts me through the desire to know everything in holistic completion, the way that I know it there. I know the material laws, I know the spiritual laws all together.
Anything else that you notice from this place?
It feels like observatory. It is where I develop my studies.
Good. So I'd like for you to just take a moment and just feel yourself doing your work and absorbing that information, that knowledge, so that you can take that information so that it can be used in Marcy's life. Just feel what it feels like to be there in that knowing. Tap in once again. Very good. All right. So let's close this scene, and now let's go to the last day of your life in that lifetime. The last day in which you inhabited that body. Be there now. Where are you?
I'm in some sort of a rocket. I'll be traveling.
Are you by yourself?
Yes, it's a very solo mission kind of thing.
Tell me more.
I have to go to Earth. And this is my next mission. So I'm literally catapulted through this rocket into Earth.
Very good. Do you know anything about your next mission?
It's going to be important. I feel very modern days, very modern Earth, the way I feel it. It's going to be exciting because it's very technology kind of progressive. And it's a time of revolutionary, kind of incorporating a lot of technology in everything we do. Yeah, that's what I feel.
All right, so I'm going to count from 5 to 1. With each number, you'll get closer and closer to that next lifetime. When I get to number 1, I want you to be at that next lifetime for that very important mission. 5, going through time and space. 4, releasing that body of that Lyrian, that lion. 3, 2, begin to allow the images to come. And 1, be there.
I really feel I'm in the lifetime of Marcy. This happy girl with curly, wavy hair.
How old is Marcy there?
Like 14, 15. Actually 13. I feel like 13.
All right. So let's find out what's going on at this particular time in the lifetime of Marcy.
She's very enjoying her studies.
Enjoying her studies. Notice if there's any changes.
No, she's kind of getting prepared. She's studying a lot. She has this thirst for studies and knowledge.
All right.
She really enjoys studying.
So I'd like for you to go ahead and expand your inner vision and see if there are any others who help her during this time, who motivate her to study, who remind her of the mission that's coming up ahead.
Yes, there are many, but like maybe mainly three, but they're ethereal, etherical. They're not in her life.
All right. So who is there to help her?
The first name is Seraphim, so it's kind of a guide.
Mm-hmm.
There are two more feminine, like Sophia and Sarah.
And Sarah. Very good. A lot of S's, aren't there?
Yeah.
So I'd like for you to just ask them, each one, why are they there to help you? What is the role of each one in the lifetime of Marcy?
So Seraphim teaches me persistence, but he also encourages me to be fasting and to purify my body. And Sophia is there to remind me of the teachings of the inner wisdom in the heart. And Sarah is helping me with my mind to expand, like my inner vision and my knowledge.
Very good. Now I'd like for you to ask them, who are the ones that are helping Marcy with her session today?
There is someone else here coming. His name is Nicola.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about Nicola. What is his role in her life?
He says he's a spirit guide.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
He helps me in the banking field with the bankers.
Okay.
Financial things.
What is the reason why Marcy right now is working in a financial field?
She needs to learn and she needs to contribute. It goes hand in hand.
So she's questioning, what profession should she dedicate herself to now? If Nicola has helped her with the banking, is she going to stay in this banking field or move on to something different?
She still needs to teach her lessons there.
Mm-hmm. So she's not done yet.
She's not done yet now.
Not done yet. But it seems that she has gotten herself ready for change, that she likes to change a lot. What's happening in each of these places that she switches from one place to another?
Comes to mind that the frequency there does not support her to stay in the same environment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she needs to change and to move.
Okay. That experience that she had when she was on a mission to help people and the frequency changed and she was bombed, is that affecting her life now?
Kind of, yes, in terms of sudden changes disrupting her life.
Yes. So how is she experiencing that sudden change in her life? Is she being reminded of that bomb ripping her body? Take
No,
a
not
look.
really.
Okay. Has her soul understood that that was part of her lesson there, her mission?
Yes, this one is different.
Okay. So tell her about this lifetime that she's on now. What is the mission now?
You need to teach the surroundings, teach by example. The example, your conduct, the way you are, with your moral, with your integrity, you inspire the people to be better and knowledgeable and cognizant of what they're doing in the workplace. You're there to teach. You're not there to learn, or you're mostly there to teach.
Very good. So when her teaching assignment is over, she moves on to the next students?
Yes, kind of. We moved her. We move her.
Okay, you move her. Now, she's told me that there are times when her face has actually been turned so that she could see things. Who's helping her with that?
That was an angel.
That was an angel. Very good. Does she have angels around her all the time?
Yes, they're friends from the angelic realm.
Okay. So she herself, she wanted to know what her origin was, what her team was. And we've seen that she has gone from lifetime to lifetime with a group. Can you tell her more about the angelic realm and those that accompany her on her missions?
They're the same. They're her team, so she has a team. And they are now her guides and her angelic friends. And they're always supporting her in her mastery in her craft.
Wonderful. When she sleeps at night, does she reconnect with her angelic friends?
Yes, she goes to many places at night.
Very good. So is it possible that when she sleeps from now on after this session, that she can connect with that part of her that pulls through all of those talents, all of those abilities that she's had in previous lifetimes so that she can use them now in this lifetime?
Yes, we'll facilitate that.
Very good, very good. She seems to be stuck with that, with her talents and spiritual abilities. And we saw now that she has done different things in her lifetime. She's been a musician. She's been a teacher. What are the skills and talents she brings in this one?
She's really multi-talented.
Can you explain to her what it is that she should focus on, these talents that she brings?
You have to pick up a little bit of every talent that you have acquired and create a new holistic kind of ability. So you have a little bit of music, you enjoy arts, dancing, and then you are very analytical and very logical. You love to study. Also, you like to be part of a team. For you, team is very important, like teamwork. And you are always needing to influence the surroundings. So you want to be the leader, you want to be the star, to be on stage, to be followed, to be shown. So you can deliver your teachings. You need the stage or the platform.
Very good. Will she be developing these skills and talents more as she progresses through life?
Yes, and they will amplify.
Good. What about the spiritual abilities, where she was told when she was born she had amplified frequency? She was able to heal with her hands. And we saw already that she had that healing ability with the soldiers. What does she bring in this lifetime?
She brings also the claircognizance. She knows with exceptional accuracy. Yeah, she heals, but she's very talented with her hands. Like she draws, she cooks very well. Everything that she has to create, she's excelling in this.
Is there anything that's hidden that has not come out yet that perhaps she should look into?
The music comes back. the instrument that I used to play is like an harp,
Mm-hmm.
the string instrument, maybe a violin, pick up a
Mm-hmm.
violin,
Mm-hmm.
just to
Well,
complete the energy.
very good. So in her spare time, she should see if she can pick up a violin and begin to play again. Very good. So I'd like to request for that aspect of her to assist her when she picks up that violin. So now that we know that she needs to teach, is there a particular profession or a job, or is it something that she's going to be doing everywhere she goes?
She's doing this everywhere she goes. It's very
Okay.
natural. People
So
want
it
to
doesn't,
follow her.
okay. Will she ever be doing her own business doing this?
More of a consulting type of business instead
Hmm.
of teaching.
Okay, good. Now she tells me that she's had some sort of a thyroid disbalance, especially when she got to London. So what I'd like to do is I'd like for you to guide her, and I'd like to ask for the three angels, calling in Seraphim, Sophia, and Sarah. And I'd like for you to accompany this soul back to the place in London that is affecting that thyroid. I'm going to count from 5 to 1. I'd like for you to travel through time and space. When I get to number 1, I'd like for you to be in that lifetime. 5, drifting through time and space to that lifetime that is affecting the thyroid. 4, focus in on that thyroid. Amplify the energy from it. 3, use it as your guidance system back to that life. 2, allow the images to come clearer and clearer. And 1, be there.
I feel that I'm in London, but I'm very sick. I literally feel sickness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very ill.
Take a look at your body. What do you look like there? Male, female?
I think I'm female, but very ill. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
well at all.
I'd like for you to just focus on your body and see what part of your body doesn't feel well.
My stomach feels like I
Uh-huh.
see this dark, is black, and just my intestines are dark and black.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's very dark.
Okay. Now look around you, your surroundings, and tell me where is it that you are?
It's some sort of a wooden house. It's very cold and misty, humid, and it's wooden. It's not nice.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
Mid-age.
Mm-hmm. Like for you to feel that body even more. Intensify the feeling. And as you intensify the feeling of that illness, find the origin of that illness. Go deeper and deeper. What is the origin of that illness, that blackness?
I feel like it's related to the plague, but it's not. It's just a disease that is secondary to it.
Okay. Find out what it is. Keep going deeper. What's caused this?
Inflammation.
Inflammation. Good. I'd like for you to go deep inside that inflammation. Go deep inside into that inflammation and find the origin of what created this inflammation. Go deeper. Feel the feeling. See the people around you. What's happening?
I see like a burning kind of volcano kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
I see a volcano that's about to erupt, or it's already erupted, and there is lava and there is smoke, and
Mm-hmm.
uh,
And where are you in comparison to this volcano?
I'm observing it from the air.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. What does that volcano have to do with that area in that stomach? Keep going deeper into it. Understand. What's the burning?
I think it's Lemuria. It's sinking or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the end of time for Lemuria. And it's the
Mm-hmm.
end of time for this body in this lifetime.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to find the feelings that you feel.
I feel very sick. Literally, it stops in my throat. Like it's sickness that I kind of stop.
Okay. Find out what it is that you're keeping in that throat. What's in there?
I'm resisting.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. Find out what you're resisting.
I resist the death.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. As you resist death, what's it making you feel like?
It's just killing me inside. It's just, yeah.
It's killing you inside. What is it that you fear? I want you to hone in on what it is that you fear about death.
I feel I'm very proud and I cannot die that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just some stomach
See,
illness.
okay, so see how that pride is affecting that stomach. How it's affecting your throat.
It's affecting my throat.
Mm-hmm. Identify what it is that you don't want to say. That you cannot say.
I guess because I will die like, I'll just die from this thing and it will
Mm-hmm.
be the end.
In this lifetime in which you're living with this sickness, do you feel that you're upper class or lower class?
I'm definitely a baroness. I'm upper class.
Okay. So as you're dying, do you feel somehow like a commoner?
I feel that um, I wasn't strong enough to resist what everyone is dying from,
Mm-hmm.
and I was supposed to be strong and to be perfect, to be intact.
Okay. So I want you to see how it is that that has affected the lifetime of Marcy.
Well, she's very proud herself.
Mm-hmm.
She always feels that she's a royalty or a little bit, or she's more than all the rest, and
Yes.
she has very proud attitude towards almost everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this in that throat, is this from a past life or is it an influence from a past life?
What's the
Check.
difference between the two?
You'll feel it. Do you feel that this Baroness is the same soul or is it separate?
Yes, it's the same soul.
Very good. So I'd like for you to feel that pride of that Baroness and that shame. Feel the conflict. Can you forgive yourself for holding on, not wanting to die of the same thing of others?
It's
Take a look.
inevitable.
It's inevitable. Yes. So as you release that pride, I'd like for you to just feel inside your tummy all that illness. What is that illness created from? Look at all the emotions and the feelings in that stomach that are killing you. What's coming up?
It's frustration.
Mm-hmm.
It's helplessness, anger.
Mm-hmm.
My status cannot help the situation, cannot help the people.
Yes. Are you willing now, Baroness, to release all of that frustration and allow God to relieve you of that?
It's time.
All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and open up a channel in that space that's hurting with all of that frustration, all of that anger. And I'd like for you to go ahead and allow that beam of light to begin to release all of that. that not having enough power to overcome this illness, to not being better than that illness, for having succumbed to this body. I want you to release all of that now. And as you release it, I want you to feel how the pressure in your throat begins to release too. Allow it to release it. It's almost like draining that space of all of that nasty pus. Release it all. That infection, allow it to go to the light. And tell me when it's done.
Okay, it's done.
Very good. And now you have a very large space all the way from your tummy all the way up to your throat that you need to fill with. What would you like to fill that space with now in order for you to die in peace and in harmony? What would you like to fill that space with?
Gold and brilliant white.
Beautiful.
Light.
So go ahead and begin to fill that space. And I'd like for you to put the words in there and the emotions that are being filled. What emotions would you like to fill that space now instead of frustration and anger, lack of power? What would you like to put that in?
With compassion.
Compassion. Keep filling it. What
Understanding.
else? Understanding. Feel the understanding just being filled. What else?
Love. For creation as it is.
Very good. So I'd like for you to just go ahead and fill that entire space now with all of that compassion, all of that understanding, all of that love. And I'd like for you to just spread that to the rest of your body. Just amplify it now. Feel it going all the way up to the top of your head, down to your toes, and expanding out your arms, your fingers. Feel that love. Feel that compassion, understanding. And with all of that now in your body, are you ready to release and die in peace?
There is something bothering me in my stomach still.
Can you identify it, see what that is?
It's kind of moved a little bit down now. It's not where it used to be.
Okay. So I'd like for you to identify what that is. What is that? Is that part of you or something else?
Feels like it's kind of a bubble that's something else, but it found place in me.
All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and focus on that bubble. And I'm going to use my energy and I'm going to bring that bubble up. And I'd like for that bubble to float up that body, getting higher and higher. And we're going to bring that bubble up to your mouth so we can give it a voice. Up, up, up. Go ahead. What is that?
There's somebody there.
All right. Give your voice to that somebody there. Are you male or a female, please? Are you male or female?
Doesn't want to speak, like it's a character hides.
Well, there's a rule in the spirit world, and when one is addressed, they have to answer. So I'm taking a moment now and addressing you and asking you, are you a male or female entity in that bubble?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm male.
Male. How old are you, please?
I'm 4.
4. So tell me, what is your name?
My name is Jack.
Jack. Jack, what were you doing floating around inside Marcy's body?
I was confused. I didn't understand.
You didn't understand. Where did you come from, Jack?
I'm from London.
You're from London. And how long have you been there with Marcy?
Centuries.
Centuries. All right. Where did you find her?
In the city in London.
And what year?
1670.
1670. And what was she doing in London at that time?
She was beautiful. She was a baroness. She was dressed very fancy with very big dress.
Uh-huh. And how were you related to the Baroness?
I just wanted to be like her.
You wanted to be like her. Did you live somewhere near the Baroness?
Yes, but I was of a poor origin.
So what happened to attach you to the Baroness? What happened to your body?
I died.
Well, it seems to me that your body died. You didn't. Look at your body and see what happened to that body.
I died from fever. I died in fever.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
What happened after you left that body?
I wanted to be her baby, and I just
Ah,
plug into her.
okay, very good. So have you been with the Baroness all this time?
Yes.
So it seems that when Marcy came into this lifetime, you came with her?
Yes.
All right. So tell me, Jack, how have you been affecting the lifetime of Marcy now?
Mm, Maybe giving her some worries and troubles.
Mm-hmm. Why
She
would you
worries
give
just a
her
lot.
that?
She's intense, so intensity and worries.
Mm-hmm. Why would you give her all those worries, Jack?
Because I want to play with her, and this is how I affect her, and I play with her.
Okay. But you see, Jack, when your little body died, you needed to go home to the light. Did you know that?
No.
No. So would you like me to assist you now so that you can understand all the love that is waiting for you? Would you
Okay.
like me to help you? All right. But first, before we do that, would you like to apologize for this soul for following her from lifetime to lifetime and not letting her live her complete life by herself?
I'm sorry.
Marcy, can you forgive Jack for wanting
Yes.
to just be the Baroness's baby?
Yes, I forgive.
All right. So let's assist Jack in getting home. Jack, I want you to look inside of you. In the place in which your heart is, there's a light. And this is the light that comes from the Creator, the one who created you, your soul. And I'd like for you, Jack, to find that light now. All right. So, Jack, I'd like for you to expand that light and feel what that light feels like as it touches your soul.
Wow.
How does that feel?
Great.
Wonderful. So, Jack, on the other side of that light, you may find your guide waiting for you. I'd like for you to look for your guide now.
Yes, I see mom and dad. I see many people waiting for me.
Very good. So,
I have
Jack,
been long lost.
yes, you have. So, I'd like for you to go ahead and pull all of the energy that you have in Marcy's body. Where have you been traveling in her body?
Around the tummy.
All right. So, I'd like for you to pull all that out, to leave that space for when she does have a child of her own, for that space to be for her baby. And I'd like for you now to pull all that energy out. And Marcy, I'd like for you to disconnect or pull out almost like a weed that energy that has been in your body and give it up to your angels. And Jack, I'd like for you to go ahead and go over to your mommy and daddy and tell me what they say.
They're happy I'm back home.
Very good. Jack, may the light of the universe always accompany you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Very good. Bye. And so now, Marcy, I'd like for you to focus on your tummy and see that space in which little Jack was hiding, that little bubble of space now. And now we'd like to fill that space. What would you like to fill it with?
With rose color energy.
Rose color energy. Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to beam in that rose color energy. And what would you like to put in that space? You could put beautiful things. You could put babies. You could put puppies. You could put flowers in there. What else would you like to fill that space with that makes you happy?
Love for children.
Very good. So let's put a bunch of little children in there, knowing that you have been a teacher of children, that you've been a mother, you've been a father. And let's put that love of a parent and children in that space so that when you are ready to be a mom, all of that there is waiting for you like a beautiful pink nest, beautifully waiting for those children. And tell me when you're done filling that space.
It's done.
Very good. And now that we understand it, I want you to go ahead and now feel that space in your throat. Feel your body and tell me how it feels now.
Oh, it's better. It's lighter. There's no tension.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you know that at any time that you can go ahead and continue putting this light through your body. Anytime you need it, just amplify it. Now, one of the things that Marcy said during our interview was program amethyst activated. Could you explain to me what that is?
Right. So this is the energetical program that we activated when she was in her time in this corporation. And this is the name of the mission. This is the name of the program. And it was for her own awareness to know that all the weird stuff that she will be going through there will be for a higher purpose and reason. The reason was to adjust the frequencies in this corporation and heal from the past there. Heal the old manners, the old conduct, with a positive new example that things could be achieved differently. She's been through a lot there.
Yes. So is this program Amethyst still active?
Only for her now.
Only for her now. Very good. Can you tell me if she has anything to do with the crystals?
Yes, she loves crystals.
So what can she do in the future with these crystals?
She can charge her light body with the energy from the crystals. She uses them in her Reiki, crystal healing practice, etc. She does that since very young age.
Very good. Very good. Now, Marcy wanted to know who she was. So I'd like for you to go ahead and show her a picture of her soul. I want her to feel that soul. And I want you to begin expanding that soul to its true size. Begin to expand it so that Marcy understands what her soul looks like. What this higher self of hers is capable of. See it grow. And tell me, who is this soul? How big is this soul?
It's really huge, but there is no concrete information around it. Not even the shape is concrete.
So, could we understand it as energy? As a frequency instead of a form?
Yes, more about.
Okay. So I'd like for you to go ahead and define that energy more so that Marcy understands what kind of energy that is, what the source of that energy is that creates her soul.
It's very all-knowing energy. It's knowing. It's creative, creates through knowledge and understanding. It's very creative. It's beautiful. It has a lot of beauty and aesthetics into it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Any color?
See, there's a silhouette of a white and gold, mainly
Beautiful.
like angelic kind of form, but without wings, so it's not an angel. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the soul.
All right. Good. So where this origin, where did it come from?
Comes from source.
Come from source. Okay, so we have seen that her actual soul come from source, but she has been in places like Lyria, and she's been incarnated in this earth before. Good. Is there any final information that you would like Marcy to know regarding her mission here on planet Earth at this time?
Be calm, be relaxed. Don't be so tense about everything. Don't be so afraid, so scared all the time.
Mm-hmm. Why did you bring her to this session today, on this day with so many fours?
To illustrate to her her power and divinity
Mm-hmm.
through the codes, through the resonance and the coincidences, as per the illustration that she is part of creation and creation takes care of her, and they are both interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
They self-create each other all the time. So there is nothing to be afraid of because she is taken care of.
Beautiful. What a beautiful message for her. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to tell Marcy at this time, or do you feel that we are completed?
Again, on the pride, on the proudness that she feels.
Yes,
Definitely be proud. It's good.
it's
You
good.
have many things to be proud of.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Hi. Yeah.
Welcome
Hello.
back.
Oh,
Hello.
what a journey.
Wow, what an
Wow.
adventure, huh?
It was adventurous. It had this feeling of adventurous romance, excitement, kind of flamboyance, kind of thing. And it's been very theatrical in every lifetime with a lot of attitude and prestige. And yeah, sounds like me.
Big lion head, huh?
Oh, yes, the lion head. Years ago, a boy gave me a picture of a lion head, me as a lion head. I was 19 at the time. I was part of a student organization. I was kind of a leader. And he told me, I see you as a lion, but I didn't connect the dots at the time. It was only last summer when I had the vision of me as a lion teaching, when I actually connect the dots that I'm from Lyra and I am a lion, and this aspect is very strong in me. Also, I have a birthmark on my right leg, and Kalina helped me to understand that actually the constellation on my leg is Lyra, and I still have it on my leg as per printed where my home is. So if I ever wonder where
Uh,
home is, it's here.
Amazing. Amazing. That was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you expect something like this?
I was surprised for certain lifetimes I knew about. I knew for the Celtic girl that's been playing the instrument. I knew for me dying for France in the war. I've been teaching French in Singapore as well when I was studying in the university there. Like I'm very committed to my kind of vocation that I'm quarter French. Everybody recognizes me as French. Everybody asks me since I was a child, are you French? You really come across as French. So now I know better why I was so nostalgic, and I know better about this lost life, which actually makes me feel that I still like eternity owns me a life in France. Like I'm supposed
Yeah.
to have a nice life in France.
But we did a lot of piecing back, which you needed to piece back those pieces because when you die in a lifetime in which you're shattered like that, you really need to work on it again.
Yes, and I'm very scared from banks like Champagne Bank, or I'm so scared. Like I
Now you
just
know
literally go to
why.
the other room and I hide
But you
myself.
don't need to be afraid of that anymore because now you understand where it came from. You see what
I
I
was
mean?
expecting that it was coming from the war times.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now you don't need to worry about that any longer. So, how long do you think it was? Do you think it was short or long?
Let me guess. So I feel like it was 2 hours.
2 hours. Well, that not so much. You must may. It's right now we're a little bit less than an hour and a half.
Wow.
So you must have really been seeing a lot more than you were talking about.
Maybe I was experiencing it like completely, like
Yeah.
in terms
Well,
of emotions and
what
feelings. Yeah.
happens is when people see this afterwards, or you re-listen to your session, you're going to understand that you were just saying a fraction of what you were actually experiencing.
Maybe.
So, as you're experiencing it, you're seeing it a lot bigger. So, um, time is just really hard to pinpoint when it comes to things like that. But you were very detailed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're very detailed. It's very good. It's very good. So, do you want to share this? You want to keep it private?
Oh, I'd love to share it.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a little piece out of there that's private. Your
Sure.
relationships.
Yes.
Okay. I never put in relationship, but everything else was pretty good.
Okay,
All
interesting.
right. Sounds
Funny,
good.
we didn't cover anything about our current situation, New Earth, all these things. I was expecting a little bit more
No,
information from
because
this
I mean,
aspect.
really, what the whole intention really was about your job, and I mean that's the intention we set. We
Yes.
didn't set an intention for the future stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what comes out in a session is usually what's happening now and how it's affecting you. But the part about the entrepreneur, I think that was one of the most important parts for you,
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
right? To understand that you needed to do that. So yeah, it was really interesting. Really interesting. So do you recommend this to other people?
Absolutely. Especially when now it's kind of very flexible, when we can enjoy our home environment and still be part of the experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm still going to travel when I can because to me that's the nicest part for me is to actually meet people. But yeah, whatever it takes, to meet people, it's great. So yeah, I really appreciate it. And if anybody wants a session with me, you just go to my website, sign up for my newsletter, like you did, Marcy, and it comes out whenever I have appointments. So if I'm traveling, I'll have less appointments for online sessions, and depending on where I'm traveling to, I like to hone in on the place where I am traveling to. So if I go to London, I like to meet people from London. That's the whole idea of travel. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and until the next time.